I'm Gwen Preston of Resource Maven. I'm here at the Metals Investor Forum in Vancouver in May, and I'm joined by Alan Carter of Cabral Gold. Cabral's a story that I started following not that long ago, 6 months ago, maybe not even. You've only been around about that long. Really interesting story to me with this two-pronged approach, I would say, or two-pronged set of value. A large resource already defined at your asset, and that resource is about to improve as you're about to update it, plus a bunch of upside with high grade. So let's dissect that a little bit. Tell me about the resource that exists and what's about to happen with it.
Yeah, thanks, Gwen. We currently have about 1.3 million ounces in the inferred category, largely in the inferred category. That was calculated on the basis of 26,000 meters of drilling. There was a further 22,000 meters of drilling done historically. This is back in 2012. And so that drilling was never incorporated in the resource. So we're currently in the process of updating that resource.
Right, so the resource is probably about to grow, whether in grade or in size. I mean,
hopefully both.
Hopefully both. That's what I would go for. And the focus, when a lot of that drilling was done, that was a bit of a different gold market, right? That was a market that was more interested in scale.
Yeah, that's right. That drilling was largely focused on lower grade material, stockwork hosted gold mineralization, and where the priority was to build ounces rather than grade. In the process of that work, a lot of the high-grade material on surface, a lot of high-grade veins on surface were ignored, and most of which have never been drill tested. So we're putting quite a lot of effort into looking at those high-grade showings.
And it's almost a funny thing to say today, like the high-grade veins were ignored, because today's market wants the high grade. That's this stage of the market that we're at right now. We want the high grade. So what I love about Cabral is that it has this valuation backstop and this large, about to be larger resource, but then there's all these high grade showings that relate to the largest placer gold rush in history. So yeah, a lot of what I see is good opportunity for upside there in exactly the style that the market's looking for with high grade gold.
Yeah, I think the project Cuiú was the largest area of placer gold mineralization during the Tapajos gold rush. And the Tapajos gold rush was the largest gold rush in history, anywhere.
Amazing.
So from 1978 to 1995, there was somewhere between 20 and 30 million ounces of gold washed from the streams in this region. And Cuiú was the largest area. And so the way we set about trying to run down where the gold is coming from was by doing a big gold and soil survey. Mm-hmm. We defined an anomaly that was 18 kilometers long. We've probably drilled in any detail less than 5% of that anomaly, and that's where the 1.3 million ounces is. So, less than 5% of that anomaly contains 1.3 million ounces. We've drilled 8 other areas outside those resources, and we've got good drill intercepts in 8 other areas. And I'm optimistic that several of those 8 areas will ultimately prove to be additional gold mineralization. In addition to that, and not to labor the point, we probably have about another 15 or 20 areas where we've got gold values on surface, high-grade numbers in a lot of instances, which have had no drilling at all. So it's pretty exciting. I truly believe that it's got world-class potential.
Absolutely, and quite a few of those newer showings that you're talking about relate to some of the placer workings that are unexplained. So a bunch of the placer workings are downstream, so to speak, from known areas of gold, but then there's a lot of placer workings that are also upstream from anything that's defined. Clearly there has to be more gold in this area.
There's significantly more, Gwen. There's no doubt in my own mind that there's a lot more gold here to be discovered. In fact, most of the streams that were mined for placer gold historically have not yet, there is no source for that gold as yet been discovered. And so, as I said, we've already got 8 areas where we've got some drill holes, which is a great start. And there's a whole bunch of other areas that have got good gold numbers on surface where we've got no drilling as yet.
And this is all in a company that's still pretty new, tight share structure, management owns something like 40% of that share structure, and you've got money in the bank. So just capture that valuation situation for us a little bit. Yeah,
we've got 31.4 million shares on issue. We currently have a market cap of about $10 million, $3.5 million in the bank. So the enterprise value, if you subtract that $3.5 million cash from the market cap, the enterprise value on this company is $6.5 million. And if you convert that to on a per ounce basis, it's around about $5 an ounce in the ground. The valuation's very low. I think the challenge for us is getting our story out because we are a new company. We need to make sure that everybody knows who we are and what we're doing.
Well, put out a new resource that's bigger and better and then start hitting high-grade gold. It's easy, right?
Yeah. Thanks.
Perfect. Well, I look forward to keeping up with the news through the summer and the rest of the year, and best of luck out there.
Thanks.
Thanks.